Hello guys, so today we're talking about the future elections. So we'll be filling out all of the map. And yeah, I'm not gonna be going over Nebraska second. But this is what the current safe states are for Republicans. And we're talking about in a presidential year. Okay, the safe states for for Democrats are here. I don't consider Virginia or North Carolina safe for both parties. Maine, we're gonna have to do that separately because Maine second is in Nebraska second as well. Okay. And I think Minnesota is also not really a safe state. I added Florida to this category because Florida has more Republicans and it's increasing by the day than Democrats. So Florida is a safe Republican state at this point. Ohio and Iowa, I think, are stewards for the Republicans. I think the safe states are states that they. Oh, I forgot Hawaii down here. These are the states, but I think in 2024, I still think Texas will and North Carolina will still vote Republican, which gives the Republicans the baseline total. I still think Minnesota, New Mexico, and Virginia will all be blue states. But I think you can see some surprises. I think that Georgia, given the recent governor actually standing for conservative values in that state, because they don't want to lose Georgia. Georgia is a southern state, and you have Atlanta, which is basically the Black Beverly Hills. A lot of black people are moving to Atlanta because it's basically where all the rich black people go. Okay, Atlanta is basically the Black Beverly Hills. So that entire area is becoming basically like that, and Georgia, I think, is not going to become a Republican state in the future. But I think we may have a last time where they vote for Republicans as well. I think Wisconsin will break and Nevada. Okay, but the Republicans are going to need to win 3 of these states. Pennsylvania, which is a pretty difficult state to win, Arizona, and Michigan. I don't think Republicans are winning Michigan. No way. I think Republicans may win Arizona or may win Pennsylvania. And Democrats somehow win Nebraska second. Okay. Biden won it. Because if Biden's running, Biden might actually win. But the Republicans are trying to counteract the Democrats. Ballot harvesting is actually legal in most states except for Alabama. But I think since Republicans finally get the act together and allowing a mail-in votes and stuff, I think they may actually win Pennsylvania, but they may lose Arizona, which we might see a map looking like this. Okay. 2028, I think because I won't be surprised if Trump's the nominee. So Trump is a nominee, and 2028, you're going to have it up to a couple of people. You have Kelly Lake, you're going to have Glenn Youngkin, probably run for president, you have DeSantis run for president, assuming that he doesn't, kill his whole career by running against Donald Trump, which, judging based off the CPAC poll, is a pretty bad idea for Ron DeSantis. I think it's as safe as presidential plans for after 2028 because he can finish his tenure as Florida governor as well. I think regardless of who is the nominee, Florida's going towards the Republicans. And also the establishment nominee, which are not winning anyways. You're going to have some establishment nominees as well that are not going to win. You're going to have, probably Romney, Haley again as well. You could probably have some surprises now, but yeah, I think Zeldin could be a 2028 candidate as well. Doesn't matter who the nominee is. I think that the Democrats may be screwed in 2028. Okay. They have all the safe states as well. Well, I think Kansas may become a swing state. Maybe. But I think this is exclude if Zeldin was. If Zeldin was, then New York is within reach. But I think if Zeldin does not run New York, I can keep New York safe at the global. But yeah, New York is a state that Democrats would be really worried about especially if Zeldin wins. Zeldin might actually win New York in 2028 election, assuming he doesn't run for governor again, and actually wins against Hochul if it gets so bad in New York as well. So I think 2028 and 2042 will be very similar to it. But I think we're past 2046 is going to become very interesting. Okay? I think 2042, and 2028. I think, yeah, 2042. Okay, Idaho, while these states will still be Republican. Okay, these 4 states right here will still be Republican. Okay, Oklahoma will still be Republican. Arkansas will still be Republican by 2046. The states that you would expect to still be Republican. Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Missouri, and Indiana. Iowa, Iowa, Indiana, Louisiana, Alabama, South Carolina, and Florida. Yeah, Florida. Okay. And I think states that can still be Democrat will be, these states here. Especially if the Greater Idaho movement succeeds. Illinois as well. Massachusetts. New England, which is the most stubborn part of the country. Especially this area here. Not here. And DC and Maryland. Okay. And of course, Colorado, you're going to have Colorado as well. And you're going to have Michigan because Michigan is becoming a blue state, unfortunately, as well. Well, you're going to have a map like this. I think Nebraska, of course, rural Nebraska. I think Nebraska at large. I think Nebraska second. And most Republicans are able to take back. Nebraska second is trending blue, so I think it's going to become blue throughout this next set of cycles. But the rest of these states, I think, we're going to have more of a, open, swing states. Because the last decade, 2016 to the last cycle, the political, cultural war cycle, I think eventually the Republicans are going to win on that because Republicans are basically the MAGA Republicans, basically, not the establishment. I think Republicans are starting to understand that they have to fight back against the cultural war if they want to win. And now that they understand that, I think you can safely say that Montana, another state that's like that, is as well. I think, we can exclude Michigan, but yeah, I think the Democrat centers are going to, loosen. Oh, yeah, and also Georgia, as well. I think California may hold on for Democrats. If there isn't a large trend with the Hispanic population of California, because they're already starting to see that revolt happen already. But we'll be going over the rest of the states here. Okay, Maine. I think Maine as well. I think these 2 states will be Republican states, both of them. 2046 to 2050, Maine and New Hampshire will be Republican states. Okay, New York might be a swing state. I think it will be a swing state as well, kind of like how Pennsylvania is now. Okay, Pennsylvania will be a swing state still. I think the Republicans will eventually, by 2046, catch up the Democrats in voter registration and become a Republican state simply based off voters registration. But I think New Jersey, and Delaware might hold on as Democrat states, but their ties of the Democratic Party are loosening. They're going away. I think Virginia will be a swing state. Okay, if Youngkin successfully revives the Republican, Youngkin basically successfully revived the Republican Party of Virginia, which means this is a hypothetical 2046 election. Okay, I think that New York, we might have an election with New York and Virginia go Republican. And it'll be a big shock that New York is Republican, but I think we might have a shock that North Carolina due to the growth. And I don't know who's moving. I don't know if conservatives are moving to North Carolina. I know liberals and black liberals are moving to Georgia. Okay, I think because of the depopulation of the cities in these 3 states, they'll become Republican areas. Okay, The walls are trending Republican. The states that trending that are Democrat, but they're shrinking in population. Detroit area shrinking in population. Milwaukee shrinking in population. Which, and Minneapolis, I think, will start shrinking in population. Minnesota, a lot of liberals are moving to Minnesota, but again, most of the outer part of Minnesota is Republican. Outside Minnesota, I think you can see a population decline in these liberal states, especially in Chicago. I think by 2050, Illinois could become a swing state. Kansas, it's cursed. It'll become a Democrat state. Arizona will be a Democrat state. And Alaska will still stay a Republican state. It's a gun-friendly state. If Republicans continue on the gun-friendly path, same thing with Texas. Both of these states may still become Republican. You still have the Hispanic trends as well, especially in the Rio Grande Valley. Texas really depends on the cities. The cities. If they continue, the major cities are trading Republican, but the suburbs are trading blue. So you're going to have, Texas is going to be a weird state, okay? I think New Mexico will become a Republican state. But for some reason, I think Utah. This is going to be a very weird election map. It is. It is going to be very weird to see an election map like this. You have Utah going blue. We have Nevada going red. Nevada is a red trending state. A lot of states are red trending over time. But now it's clear for 2050. Okay, what will be 2050 look like? Okay, I don't know if we'll be going one state by state. Okay, if the Democratic Party is able to recover and realize they have to put moderates and they have to basically unless Democrats go back to be conservative, we'll be doing if Democrats go back, because conservatives are going to become the majority of the country by 2050. This is a fact because look at the birth rates, the retention rate for religious conservatives as well. Yes, there's a lot of younger liberals, but you also have a lot of conservatives, mostly in rural areas, because a lot of these liberals live in the cities. You see on TikTok and stuff. They live in places like LA, and stuff. You're going to have, the Hispanic population, which are going to assimilate into the broader white population. That's going to happen. You're going to have a Hispanic subculture, very similar to the black culture, which will be the Hispanic culture will be very similar to standard American culture, but will have their own deviations and their own trends. Kind of like how Irish Americans still celebrate St. Patrick's Day, and Italian Americans probably still celebrate Italian culture. And heck, there's even German Americans that still speak German. You're still going to see a lot of people speaking Spanish in Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, and California, as well. But what will be exactly I think that the Democrats will have to adapt, okay? They're going to have to become the old Democratic Party, okay? Which means you'll be facing two conservative parties. You're always starting to see that some Democrats are always starting to pivot away from wokeness towards even some of them supporting to being pro-Christian, which is surprising. But the Democrats' policies are not working. We know that that's the truth of it. And you're going to see the population of the cities here, and this entire area will become Republican. Okay? Depopulation of these cities as well, of like Chicago, of Michigan. You're going to see Georgia be blue still. Black voters vote, very much blue. So, yeah, I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. Okay, I think it is going to become less blue with more black conservatives, but I think all of these states here will be the new Republican stronghold. Okay, you're going to have states like these here as well. And this entire area, is this entire area stretching from Florida all the way to Idaho and Montana could be the new Republican stronghold. Even at a certain point, because a lot of, blacks in Chicago, they're moving Georgia, okay? They're moving to North Carolina, they're moving to even Texas, okay? You're going to see these three states be the blue centers of the South. But I think you're going to see the ultra-conservative states, those stay ultra-conservative as well. Kansas is still going to be a blue state, unfortunately. Kansas is boring. Kansas is uninteresting. Actually, Kansas is being interesting. In Colorado, basically a hippie state, so it's not going to change. And I forgot about Oklahoma. Oklahoma is still going to be Republican as well. Utah, I think, will become a Republican state again. The reason why Utah has been traded super far to the left, but I think Utah might correct the corner as well. Same thing of Nevada. That's going to be a Republican state. It is supposed to be a standard year. And I think, Baltimore, D.C., as well. But then we have the New England. I think New England will be the last remnant of the old liberal Democrats as well. The old liberal Democrats. I think Vermont might flip by 2050. But, yeah, this is going to be a remnant of the old Democrats. New York, you're going to have conservative Democrats reflip the state again. Same thing with Delaware as well. Meanwhile, Jersey, all the working class people, the people that the Democrats had a harder time with, yeah, that's going to be a Republican state. In Pennsylvania, because it's a depopulation of Philadelphia as well. Okay, California may still be blue by 2050. I think Democrats are here to see in California. Yeah, same thing with Arizona. I think Alaska may be blue by 2050. And heck, even if they flip Texas and New Mexico, I think that because of the depopulation of the cities, Chicago's losing people, Wisconsin's losing people, Detroit, Michigan, has lost enough people. Minneapolis is losing people because of high on crime, because of, weak on crime policies as well. So yeah, I think that the Republicans may still win elections in 2050, even if Texas, because of the suburbs and which are the bigger areas of Texas become blue. Places like Rio Grande Valley will be red, but the urban areas will become too big and then flip Texas blue because of that. New Mexico will become Republican still. It's a very rural state. There's a lot of Hispanics, a lot of conservatives, a lot of Christians and Catholics. So I think it'll become another conservative state that Republicans will just expect to win as well. But yeah, this map looks cursed. But again, nobody was expecting West Virginia, which was one of the bluest of states, to become conservative. Okay, and no one was expecting Trump to win Pennsylvania. Okay, I was actually shocked that Trump won Pennsylvania. I was expecting Pennsylvania to vote for Hillary. I wasn't shocked at Michigan and Wisconsin, but I was actually shocked at Pennsylvania. I was expecting Trump to win Wisconsin. But yeah, I think that Illinois might be the soccer flip of the 2040s and the 2050s. Chicago will be basically like Detroit. It'll be losing people. Lake County as well. The big population says it'll make Illinois more like Indiana. Because if you look at Illinois, most of Illinois is like Indiana. And most of northern Illinois is like Wisconsin. Some of Illinois will continue voting Republican and as well. So yeah, this is a very strange map. We're going to have blue Kansas and blue Texas, but New York, the Democrats might become conservative again, which means they might lose states like Massachusetts. But I think simply based off, how the birth rates in the country is, this is going to probably be an edible map for America. The Republicans might be winning states that might be expected by 2050. Goodbye.